Okay, Assalamu alaikum. So the sugar, basically, after you will understand this video, you will basically quit the sugar. Basically, it is also the addiction. So how? Let's understand about that. And what is the impact of sugar on your body? So first of all, let's understand about the easy way to understand. So easy way to learn the sugar as a poisonous. So it is also known, some people says that it is the poisonous, but it is not a poisonous if you will eat the properly, and in this way it will not poisonous. So let's understand about that. Basically, whenever you will intake sugar, so in this way the increase of the insulin, so in this way the insulin will spike or upregulate. So in this way, basically, for short to understand, it will spike. When insulin will spike, in this way the all sugar which that is already present in the blood, which that drain into the adipose tissue, even liver and in muscle. Liver convert into the glycogen in some amount, but muscle also, but basically the adipose tissue not convert the whole glycogen, this sugar. And in this way, this sugar basically convert into the glycogen in the liver and muscle part. In the adipose tissue, it will convert into the fat. In this way, the obesity will increase. So the consumption of sugar is consumption of the sugar will lead to increase the obesity. Obesity will cause many diseases like arteriosclerosis, stroke, and brain fog, memory loss, dementia. On the other hand, the Alzheimer's disease and a lot more disease. And this is due to the basically our weight, obesity. So normal obesity is not any problem, but the our weight basically increase the belly, which that will lead to cause basically many problem and many disease. So that is why some people survive even more fat, because they have good genetics or something, or they are also exercising. So that is why they are surviving. Otherwise, no chance to survive. So in this way, basically the glucose basically spike the insulin. So this is the number one thing, and in this way increase the obesity. Number two thing is that the glucose when spike the insulin, so in the same time the growth hormone will down regulate. Decrease of the growth hormone due to the spike of the insulin, because both are anabolic, but the function is different. The insulin is the storage, but insulin is used for the storage, while the growth hormone is used for the anabolism and the total metabolism, like lipolysis, the breakdown of your fat. So in this, the fat loss triggered due to the growth hormone, while the fat triggered due to the insulin spike. So in this way, when basically you will not you will intake sugar, so in this way the growth hormone will down regulate. When you will not consume the sugar, so the growth hormone will up regulate, will lead to increase the many growth factors, like the BDNF, brain derived neurotrophic factor, which that improve the memory, cognitive power, and the basically is the neurogenesis, synaptogenesis. On the other hand, the fibroblast growth factor, also important for the skin growth and the fibroblast, the fibrin and the collagen formation, elastin, which that will lead to give the healthy skin and reverse the aging. On the other hand, the FGF fibroblast growth factor. On the other hand, the basically is the insulin-like growth factor, also triggered due to the growth hormone, which that also used for the bone density, muscle and muscle growth. On the other hand, the bones density and the fat loss also, like the growth hormone. This is the basically when you will intake the sugar, so the growth hormone will down regulate, will lead to you will die. So even basically you are basically, if you are a living, but your life is look like a dying, because you will die due to this problem, because you will going to the degradation phase, because the catabolism, no any anabolic path and no any anabolic process. So I hope you make sense about that. So in this way, when you will quit the sugar, in this way it will basically spike the growth hormone, while the down regulate the insulin. So in this way, the refined sugar is important, which that spike the insulin, so you should quit that. So this is the important things, and in this way basically you will improve the all factors, growth factors, and in this way the basically the bone derived growth factor and the bone morphogenetic proteins and the RBC production, WBC production, and your immune system function properly. On the other hand, the also growth hormone also spike due to the fat containing diet, basically the ketogenic diet, because also buffer the insulin. On the other hand, the fasting and exercise also trigger the growth hormone, while whenever you will go to the sleep, so you are already fasting, so in this way you are spiking the growth hormone. So before the sleep you should don't intake the glucose. In this way basically your body basically on the fasting mode, and in this way increase the growth hormone will lead to prepare your body, and in this way your fat will be lost without using the money. So in this way you are growing your body without investing the money. But if you are thinking about that, where you should invest the money in the diet. So remember, in the diet basically you should concern with the micronutrient, basically contain zinc, copper, magnesium, iron, and the potassium and sodium. Potassium is too much important, and in this way the avocado is important for you to consume to increase the potassium. But important thing is that the vegetables, green vegetable, and the salad is too much important for the potassium, magnesium, copper, zinc, and the zinc is too much important for the normal metabolism. In this way basically you should concern with the micronutrient and antioxidant, which that basically reverse the aging. In this way the glucose, basically whenever you will intake too much glucose will lead to spike the insulin. The spike of the insulin will lead to drain the all things, and basically it will all non-function, basically your all vitamin will be non-functional, and in this way your basically normal physiology will not occur, your all nutrients basically will use up, and in this way whenever you will consume too much glucose, so the requirement of glucose will move into the cell due to the insulin. So the glucose required, the potassium move out while the sodium move inside. So when potassium will move out into the blood, so it will excrete through urinary system, and in this way the storage of the potassium is difficult, and in this way the excretion of the potassium will require more potassium. So in this way your potassium storage will not possible. On the other hand, the calcium is too much important for normal physiology. But remember about that, the sugar which that basically lost all these things, because if you are type 2 diabetic, if you are type 2 diabetic, in this way basically diabetic person lost all these nutrients, micronutrient, with the excretion of the glucose, because your body will not uptake that glucose, and in this way the glucose will excrete through urine, and in this way your urine will produce more glucose. So in this way the glucose urea will occur, will require more water, and in this way with the water also mineral will lose. So all mineral will be lose. So basically this is the poisonous, and this is the glucose which that is the poisonous, and which that will lead to cause the death. You are going to the death. And if you want to reverse, so stop the sugar, will activate the certain type of the growth factor, and you will basically see the result within the month. So I hope it makes sense. If you have experienced about the quitting of the glucose, so please comment below. If you want to get this habit, so please comment below. And if you are new, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next video for this time. Bye. Allah Hafiz.